Hey guys, what's up, guys? So, wow, Chef Circle, Alvin, so early, you? Okay, let's do this. First of all, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Saturday night. And for any friends who are celebrating Hari Raya, Selamat Hari Raya, Aidil Fitri. Let's go. So, Alvin, Chef Circle. Hi, Sean. If the bank lelong my property for only 500,000. But it has an 800,000 outstanding loan. Am I liable for the 300,000 shortfall? Look forward for your answer. Yes. Yes, it's actually you still owe the bank by 300,000. Yes, so it's still that's why now a lot of people thought that they buy car only they will have this kind of situation, but actually buy house also got already, especially for those that buy above market value, right? Okay. It's always good to hear from you, Alvin. Ong Hua Hui. Hi, Sean. Can you share something about IHC investment holding? What would you know? What would you like to know about IHC? Yeah, because I think now it has been quiet down because previously, this 2-3 years ago, right? A lot of people want to do multiple submission. They want to buy property with their company and things like that, right? So it was quite a popular tool, but not necessarily you need a investment company to buy more properties. One buying under private name also not an issue actually, right? What would you like to know more, Ong Hua Hui? Thank you for your question, Eugene H39. Why H39? Okay. Hi, Sean. Can you share about investing in commercial properties? What are the procedures to purchase a commercial? And what are the necessary payments we should anticipate? For residential titles, buyers are protected by HDA. What about commercial? Is there a similar act? Any tips from commercial? Commercial title, so the government thinks like this. If you are buying a house, then you need to be protected, right? But if you're buying a commercial property, which means like office, factories, right? You are sophisticated enough to be buying all those. So the difference between residential and commercial shall be, first of all, the loan margin, right? So residential, you can take 90% loan, no problem. But if you take a loan for a commercial, it starts from 85 if you're lucky, or 80, right? So there was a saying like, okay, you buy the first two residential, you don't get 90% anymore, ma. But for commercial, wait, the internet not stable. Okay, we are back. So the commercial loans, right, there's no limit to it, meaning any property you buy will be the same 85% max lah, right? Then things you need to take note of will be the construction schedule, which means, right, the payment schedule. So let's say if you were to buy a residential property, the first 10% is down payment. Then after that is foundation, then architectural works, then roofing, then walls, then windows and stuff, right? So it's a progressive payment. They won't overcharge you because it's actually taken care of by the government. The thing they worry is, let's say if I build a little bit of things, let's say the construction, right? Full building is like that, right? Then if I were to build only the foundation, I can only claim up to the foundation, because if I can claim more, it gives me more reason to actually run away, right? And that's why a lot of abandoned projects lah. But then if you were to buy a office building or a factory building, there's no governing guidelines to this building schedule. So sometimes you might just build foundation, right? They already charge you 40% upfront, and you cannot say anything. So it's in your SPA one. So those are the main difference lah. Okay. And again, no one is actually protecting you, especially you are buying commercial. That's also the danger if you are buying those they call lifestyle suites, right? So they say lifestyle suites, right? It's actually SOVO or SOFO. Nothing to how the building actually takes care of all this is by governing the word home. Like Soho is actually small office, home office, right? So once there's a home word in your product, it needs to fall under HDA, and that's very strict, right? So if you buy offices, then the building actually got abandoned and things like that, right? It's all yourself. Okay, so good question, Eugene. Vinesh Raju, yes, thanks for clarifying. Right, Karsten, hey man, how much monthly maintenance fees, taxes, etc. can be expected from a 1 million apartment with an average facility apart from utilities like electricity, water? So I think a general rule of thumb for a 1 million is around 35 cents to 40 cents per square feet, right? So in Malaysia, we calculate by per square feet. So let's say 1 million apartment, let's say it's 1,000 square feet, just for ease of calculation. So 35 cents means 350 ringgit. So 350 ringgit, that includes your maintenance fee. And there's one more fee, which is also called the sinking fund. So a sinking fund is usually another 10% on top of your 350, which is like 35. Right? So it's like 385 per month. Okay. And those includes like cleanliness, your maintenance of the swimming pool, your landscape, your security, your electricity of common areas, right? So electricity of common areas is always the biggest cost of all for all apartments, easily 60% more. No, I mean easily 60% of the entire maintenance fees itself. Okay, so great question, Carsten. Anything else you can still ask me, because I feel that you're going to buy a house in Malaysia already. Kok Ziwen, hi Sean. Yeah, hi man. Carsten also asked, is it advised to engage a property management for taking care of renting out a property while the owner is staying abroad? Are these services reliable in Malaysia, and what will be the cost? Are these services reliable or not? It's really up to different companies. So like for the makeover guys, we also have a company called the property guys, right? So they are the one that manage portfolios for those huge investors. So some investors in Malaysia will have 7 to 15 different properties, and they have no time to deal one by one. So this person, which is the group, the property guys, right? The company, they will actually take care of all of them. And the rates will be, the market rate is around 12 to 20%, right? 12 to 20%. But we are charging a bit lower because of certain reasons, right? So is it advised or not? I would say it depends on your mode of investment. So what's your investment portfolio like? If it's one or two, I don't think it's advisable to take it yet. And it also depends on your lifestyle and how havoc is your working lifestyle is. So some like really time poor, I have no clue whatsoever to do, right? So maybe you can engage lah. But then if like myself, to me it's still manageable, right? So I am not engaging yet because I kind of enjoy it sometimes. CJ, so back to Carsten, right? If you really need the services, right, you can DM me, or you can actually just write me an email. I will just send to my colleagues and give them, ask them to give you a better rate lah. Right, Carsten? Sajes Menon, hi Sean, can you give your opinion about new project Horizon Suites at Sepang? I have not checked it out yet, so I am not sure. But I would actually advise you on the 4 basic steps that I always mention in the channel. Number 1, determine what's your use and property or what's your use, which is own stay or investment. Okay. Number 2, find out how much you can loan. So how much you can get from the bank determines what you can buy, right? Number 3, go find out 20 different properties around that area. Then you will know whether Horizon Hill is good or not, right? So number 4 is after you make all the research, then you buy or not lah. Okay. Thanks for the question. Oil and Gas 101. Any work KL North is around Kepong area, right? Right. So everywhere also got I don't see anywhere is stopping, because previously it was like a south kind of thing, Puchong area, right? And a lot of outskirt projects is also coming up pretty strong. So Any worth notice? I don't understand what do you mean. Is it like any project can make money one, is it? Okay. Hong Hua Hui, thanks for your insight for IHE. Okay, thank you. Ahmad Ibrahim, hi Sean. What are you doing? What you are doing is really helpful for property investors like me. What is your advice for buying a residential property at Merdini? For example, Sunway or Forest City. Are they freehold or leasehold? How about at Bukit Bintang City Centre, Eco World? Or Sunway Avila at Klang? Avila is at Wang Samaju lah, bro. Okay, so first of all, you're most welcome. My advice for buying a unit at Merdini, it's you can find better deals lah, because Johor, based on statistics, Johor is suffering the most property overhang, and that's for a reason. So if you look into data, the average buying price in Johor is around 400,000, right? Because you average out Johor Bahru, because Johor is big. Okay, but then if you look into Merdini area, all those were designed for international crowd. They were designed for target audience from the international part, which is like from Hong Kong, China, Singapore, and stuff like that. So in Sunway, Iskandar area, in Merdini, right, it's not leasehold, not freehold, but it's actually lease. So freehold means it's your land for eternity lah. Leasehold means 99 years later, the land belongs to the state government. Lease means after 99 years, where they add on 30 years. So after 129 years, your title belongs to a company. That one a bit tricky. Then my take is don't buy lah. You have way more other investment choices. Especially in Johor, there's no reason for a local Johorians to buy a high-rise one. So, but you look into the stats again, regardless how negative the property news is in JB, right? Once they launch terrace houses, they can still sell one. So you see where you can buy, lo. Okay. Then Bukit Bintang now by Eco World, it's on land that has a lot of history lah. So it was the Pudu jail, and with that price range, there's so many other projects that you can choose from. Why choose that one? Maybe the project is really good, right? The product is really good, but the perception of your buyer in the future, right? Let's say you buy already, then when you want to sell, you will face the same issues again. Why put yourself in such a situation unless you really like you want to stay there, then can right? So I think that's all. Selamat Hari Raya, right, Ahmad? Glenn Lim, I'm property agent marketing Bandar Sri Sentayan. Okay. Rashid Thakur, what's better to purchase, landed or condo? Read that Malaysian people still have reservation about condos and maintenance after same goes in hand of buyers after a few years. Don't understand. Okay, so landed or condo. Landed, there's a few different types. So landed, you have terrace house, you have bungalow, you have townhouse, you have zero lots, you have semi-Ds, right? Condos is condos lah. So if you look into stats again, this I got from the very famous Faizul Rizwan lah. Okay, so I've learned that because his team dwells really a lot into property stats, right? Statistics. What's wrong with my tongue? Okay. He mentioned something very interesting that I also agree. If you compare to terrace and condo, then it makes sense. Number one is terrace. The terrace makes the most capital appreciation over the past few years. Number two is actually condominiums. Then only will come semi-D and bungalows lah. Okay, and I think the future has changed really. Whoever you are reading from or you're getting from, right, the info is not really accurate. Staying condo and staying landed now really based on the location that you are. Okay. Max Ong, what do you think of Trinity Pentamon? Good for own stay on investment. Up to you, right? If it's for Yeah, like, it's up to you really. What I don't really know how to answer that, whether good or own stay or investment. Because that area again is Mont Kiara, so walking distance. There's still a lot of amenities, and it's in the same row with Garden International School. So both. Okay. Glen Lim. What PTS? What points to convince them here instead of Cyberjaya, Sierra 22, Kota Warisan, Sun Surya City? As you mentioned, buying here is conditional on Max to understand your question. Like instead of oh, okay. So Glen Lim is the agent that is selling Bandar Sri Sendayan. So in comparison to Cyberjaya, Sierra, and Sun Surya, right? What's the selling point? So I think because my friend also just bought Bandar Sri Sendayan after watching my video. And his reasoning was the price. And the price is, if your price is actually higher than whatever projects that you just mentioned, then you are actually in trouble. Because Cyberjaya, no matter how, it's still Klang Valley, right? Sun Surya City, no matter how, it's still Klang Valley. So I think the only benefit will be the price and the environment that you get lah. So whether the value of your product is better than this or not. Okay. KSL. Hi Sean, if one plan to sell his property, should he hire a lawyer or use buyer's lawyer better? Is the legal fee for seller or buyer the same? When you sell sub-sale, this one I spoke to a lawyer before in one of the videos, right? You can go to my playlist. There's a legal clinic, something like that. So it's my friend Matthew. Yeah, we grew up together. He's a lawyer, and we explained this pretty solidly lah. So there's not one or better. If you want the same money, you can just share the same lawyer. I think it's fine. But if you want speed, you can share. But if you want yourself to be protected fully, right, then you hire another one. But then that means extra cost lah. Okay. So it's really up. But generally, after so many deals, the chances of getting it wrong is very small, unless your property is very special, which means like you're selling a factories with equipment inside and some trademark inside, then it's different. But if you're just selling a normal house, right, I think nothing complicated can happen lah. Okay. Glenn Lim said, I really appreciate your comments and pray you reach your 1,000 videos. Okay, every video takes a lot of time, bro. So I will definitely know it lah. But thank you very much. Jeff Boone, hi man. How's your house buying journey? Okay, so I think the next episode will come out like either tomorrow or Monday lah, because I want to talk about something called distractions as well. When you are buying a property, you are shopping for properties, right? The more you look for something, then the more you know that you don't know. Meaning SIM group as well in front of Z Residence. So it's around the Muhiba station also. So that's officially announced, but I got info lah. So I think that's something I want to talk about also. And because my videos got up, some developers also show me around their project, convincing me to check them out. And I did, right? Because I like property a lot. Then I went to several other properties, and a lot of conversation between me and my wife discussing like what would be that ideal house be. I will share that in the future videos. So stay tuned. Zulin Tan, hi Sean, do you have any affordable ID you can recommend for renovation in JB? I checked out Makeover Guys, but they only cover KL. No, Zulin, do go. We actually cover Johor Bahru. Right, we actually cover Johor Bahru. Excuse me. And use if you go find out, right, hashtag Sean Tan Makeover. Sean Tan Makeover for extra discounts. You just put that, right, hashtag makeover, then they will treat you very seriously already. Right. So yes, we cover in KL, Johor, Kuching, and KK, Kota Kinabalu. Okay. Thanks, Jolene. Just go and check out our Facebook page or Instagram, or just go check out Facebook. That's the most effective one. James Sun. Hi, Sean. Do you have any recommendation to read or understand a bit more about the type of material for landed house door and window grill? Okay, door and window grill, right? It's really a subcontractor thing. The only property developer I know that is providing this will be Sime Darby currently. So something about grill, right? Because EcoWorld is going for full open concept, so there's no grill. So Sam Darby still going some conventional individual title type. That's why they are providing grill. And this kind of grill mostly is when you move into your new house, right? You get the keys, and there will be vouchers. There will be a lot of subcontractors just touring around the neighborhood, hoping that people with the new keys they will come in and they will go and catch them. Hey, you want to do grill or not? You want to do door or not? And they will do all together one shot. Generally, a terrace house is around 8,000 front and back, 8 to 10,000, and to me, it's only like a psychological thing. Like if they really want to break into your house, there's nothing that can stop them, right? So basically it's nothing much lah. But then you have some subcon with like flower type, or you want straight type, or horizontal or vertical type. That's about it. You want to talk more about quality, right? It's the installation method. I don't know how to explain to you about more, because it's a very direct thing. The more you pay, when people break into the house, right, they don't cut the grill, because if you go into a house, right, let's say, I keep using my phone today. Let's say this is a window, right? They will just put the grill on top, and most of the time, a lot of people don't notice that they will just nail the grill on top. Okay, they will just nail the frame and they'll install the grill. So if I were to break in, right, I will actually open up the grill, open up the frame instead of cutting the grill. So the grill really won't really work. Yeah. Lawrence Lee, hi Sean, any recommendation freehold property around Shah Alam? I would suggest you to go and find property portals. But before that, right, do think about what you are looking for. Is it for investment or is it for own stay? So you go through the 4 basics. If you're not sure, I think most of here that understands can try to share what's the 4 basic steps that I always recommend everyone. I should do that. So next time I don't have to waste too much time repeating myself, right? So for those who are watching, I will appreciate you can actually just try to do it as a review. The 4 basic steps for Lawrence Lee to actually refer to when he's shopping around for the project around Shah Alam. 12 to 20% property management fee is crazy expensive. Not really though, Chef's Circle. It depends on what are the works. Because if you're some high rank CEO or you're some great big entrepreneur of that super app or something, right? Actually, it's actually time. And sometimes you gotta let people earn some so you can earn more. I learned that the hard way also lah. It's like getting a plumber to fix your own piping, or you go and fix yourself. Sometimes like old school people like myself, right, we were taught to do our own self. So I must go and buy my own furniture, I must buy my own curtains, I must fix my own things so I can save that amount of money. But a lot of people do not incorporate their time as money as cost, right? Your time costs more, and the possible risk and that peace of mind, right? So you can actually conquer more in your business. Actually, that worth way more than just whatever you do yourself. Unless you are very free, you got nothing else to do, and that's your passion, go ahead, man. Okay. W. Wong. Thanks, Sean, for this amazing channel. Would you recommend renting condo in an area before deciding on buying a condo in the vicinity? Yes. Yes, especially if you're actually setting up for a family lah. I would actually think so, but that's a safer bet than knowing nothing, especially from outstation friends, like from Ipoh, from Pahang, from Johor, right? I would recommend you to not buy first and actually come and feel, because let's say in PJ, PJ is section 13 different, 16 different, 17 different, SS2 different, right? Because where you stay actually different, because one junction away means you are directly out of the highway, or you need to go through the jam before the highway, right? And you only know that when you stay in a place for a while. That's why I actually tried to push also for this concept called test stay, where you can test a condo for 3 days before deciding whether you want to rent or not. Not buy it, test before you rent, because rent is also pretty costly already in KL area. You need to pay 3.5 months. 3.5 months. So let's say your rental is 3,000, pay for just to rent really. So it's not easy as well, right? So great question, W. Wong. Brian, property investment is terrible in Malaysia, very low yield. Many have only 4% return. Well, say, I think that 4%, if you are comparing to okay, I'm deciding whether to go deep into this topic or not. Okay, 4% means you pay nothing, right? No profit, right? But what happens 10 years later? 10 years later, your property price will be different than the price today. Let's say your property in a very bad location, it remains the same, right? It remains the same value. It's still 300,000 today. You buy 10 years later, still 300,000. Okay. And the same tenant rents from you and the same 4% out of your loan. It means the tenant has paid everything. Yes. So now you only owe the bank maybe. So you sell, right? You sell at the same price, 300,000. So the difference is 100,000, right? The 100,000, can you say it's not profit? Talk about what you pay initially. Initially, maybe you pay 1,000 booking fee, or if you want to go deeper, you buy sub sale, right? 300,000 property, you pay 40,000, 50, 45, exact 48,000. So 48,000, 10 years later, with zero profit, with zero price capital appreciation, zero, you get back 100,000, which your tenant help you pay for that. Do you want to go for that 48,000 to get 100,000 with zero capital appreciation, or you want to put your 48,000 into a stock that can give you 5%, right? So let's say very good 5%, which is higher So let's say 40,000, 5%, how much you need, right? So, and yes, you can accumulate, diversify, of course. Diversification meaning some percentage put in property, some percentage put in stock, some percentage put in gold, commodity, bond, whatsoever that makes you happy. But after I tried all of it, property is still one of my favorite. Thanks, Brian. W. Wong, in this MCO climate, is it possible to negotiate 3 to 6 months rental contract instead of usual 12 months period? It's a cost for owners that engage agents, because agents consider terms as 1 year and their commission is 1 month. So if the agent helps the owner rent out the unit, let's say 3,000, the commission for the agent will be 1 month's contract, which is 3,000. So every 3 months you need to just imagine every 3 months you change, right? So I don't think so, but it's really up to the owner. If you're dealing with the own, right? If you're dealing with the owner straight, then I think still got chance W. Wong. Okay. Ye Wei Chong. Hi Sean, currently looking investment property around Old Klang Road, Kuchai. What do you think of Lily apartment, which is a rumah whip for rental? What's the capital upside for rumah whip? Okay, so Ye Wei, it's the first time I see you here. Personally, I do not want to invest in rumah whip Rumah Prima, and those affordable housing for investment. It was designed by the government for own stay people and people who really need a roof over their family. So I will not touch all those lah. For that reason, it was designed for own stay. You buy already, right? That 10 years you cannot sell. Every month extra 500 or 600 lah, right? There's opportunity cost to that 10 years. If you know what I mean, okay? Meaning your first slot you buy Rumah Whip, right? Then the next slot you can maybe buy something else, but for the next remaining years you got no more slots already. So you need to figure out that next 90% margin loan property. So to me, I go for Rumah Whip for investment properties because there are a lot more possibilities around Oakland Road, especially. So if you invest into a property, there's two ways of making money. One is via cash flow, one is capital appreciation. And in this product, capital appreciation for the next 10 years is confirm zero. So why would you want to go for a property that has confirmed zero for capital appreciation? Okay, internet was a bit bad. So instead go for a property cash flow, which can actually generate maybe enough to cover installment, but you have still room for capital appreciation. Okay. Mr. Chew HB. How group bulk purchase work? What are the risks involved which the participant have to be careful of? I saw your video, but I have yet to edit it, Mr. Chew. Okay, bulk purchase works like this. I can accumulate 30 or 50 buyers altogether, let's say. Then all of us would want to buy this same project. And this project, myself representing this bulk purchase group, will go and negotiate with them. So it can happen either way. So I can actually go to the developer today. For example, developer A to go and talk to them. Hey, I have this bunch of people who is interested in property investment. Right, so I'm actually because again, so I have this group of purchasers who is interested in investing. I will talk to the developer, right? So the developer, I will tell them that hey, I got this bunch of people here wants to buy, give me a great discount, and I will lock down 30 units. Okay, so after 30 units I lock down already, I will bring to the group of purchasers. Then hey, I have this deal going on, how many of you want to join? That's how they negotiate for a higher margin and things like that. Have own stay people. So imagine when the unit is out, right? Almost the entire block is up for rental only. No one actually stays inside. So the competitiveness for rental for tenants will then be high. And if the investors are from foreign land, which means all foreigners, right? They rather keep it empty instead of renting it out, then we have a problem also. And that happens to somewhere, meaning they sold the whole building to a Korean group, for example, or Japanese group or China group lah. Whole block. Then when the building is handed over, no one actually rent out. Then the whole building, right, is like a ghost town, but then it's owned by somebody. So that's the danger lah. But I doubt that will be happening. Okay, so yeah, so those are the things that you need to be careful of. Then this is also part of the regime that I'll teach you how to invest in properties. So you know the basics already. Then you have the need. I will tell you the urgency of buying a property. So you will need to buy property, but you don't know how to find, because finding a deal, right? As we discussed before in the channel, depends a lot on negotiation skills. So you need to craft the deal itself. So a lot of people don't know how to craft deals. They will just look for market rate at iProperty and things like that, right? Create deals. Wow, today's internet very bad. Okay, then I'm sorry, guys. The internet kind of sucked today. I'll go and create deals and entice people like that. So a lot of people are paying me to buy from me as this bulk purchase, pay me agency fees for all the properties that I sell. That's why you see all these property gurus, right? Drive Ferraris, drive Lambos, and things like that. Okay. There's demand, then there's supply. Okay, Mr. Chiu, thank you very much for your question. Jeff Boone, I purchased a landed within my affordability range since it is bad. May I get your opinion on what is the essential renovation I should do if I am tight in budget? I think I mentioned in one of the videos that I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Do it. Okay, so I will prepare a sheet, right, in areas that you want to focus. So, for example, kitchen, living room, dining room, master bedroom. Lay out all the things that you need first before buying. Most of the time, budgets are blue when they go for furniture shopping and they see that one piece, right, of furniture. Wow, 70% you don't buy, me. Dosa kalau tak beli, you buy. If you don't buy, it's like, you really cannot. Then you buy, but it blew the budget. Suddenly, your kitchen door habis. So you're using up budgets from all around the place. Okay. So again, I think I mentioned before, it's either you do it yourself, you hire a contractor, or you hire an interior designer. So I think the cheapest is doing it yourself. But no matter how, for a terrace house, your kitchen you need to focus a lot on your kitchen as well. Myself, I will focus on my bedroom. But generally, spread out, prepare a budget sheet, budget paper to see kitchen how much, living room how much, dining room how much, bedroom how much, before even going out for shopping. Okay, so you look at that, and when you go property shopping, when you go furniture shopping, only you put in the cost. Then you tabulate out whether is it viable or not. If not, right, sure, first one. Also, one thing, like if you engage renovators, right, if you engage contractors, sometimes it's to, how would say, cunning is the word, because not everyone has the experience to renovate their house many times so I did like 4 houses, 5 houses, not all mine, but I managed the renovation. The problem is not everyone is education to really go through the drawings, because a lot of contractors, right, my god, right? So many contractors, they do not go in accordance to black and white, which means, right, for kitchen, how much, for bedroom, how much, for living room, dining room, how much, right? I outlay straight, and what are the specification, what is guaranteed here. A lot of people don't want to spend a lot of time in drawing this agreement out between the contractors, and that is the problem, because, right, it's all up to your expectation and the contractor's expectation. So suddenly when the contractors goes to site and build already, then suddenly you go back to your house, right? I didn't say like that. You say that day you say like that, confirm already, I built already, what? How? Built already, oh. That can be a bit tricky though. Zul Hakim, I previously had the impression that Rumah WIP projects are unlikely to disappoint because in a way it's supervised by the government. But with current policies, do you think it's possible for some delay? With current politics, not policies. The thing, you have last time Prima, then now change to Tengoku and Rumah WIP, which I think didn't change, it's the same thing. That's it, they call it differently. Delay sure got on government projects, right? Because they are not so focused on the project itself, but the people inside the project. And before even starting work, right, they are thinking about personal agendas already. So instead, if you can, right, maybe you want to avoid Rumah WIP projects if you're going for investment, right? But if you're buying, for all means, you need to be a little bit more patient, because they really are cheaper than whatever you get from the market. but then you need some patience. So like a lot, you need to go for balloting lah, you need to register very early lah, go and line up lah, and things like that. So unfortunately, that's the case. But I think having it is better than not having it lah. Okay, because a basic roof over families, that's the need and that's the foundation for our economy to actually grow. Lee Chen Huan, hi. I just read your email. You have the unit that just repeat, right? Yes. I just saw it just now. Unfortunately now, time is a little bit tight for me. Right? Time is a little bit time for me. I don't want you to hold the unit so I can do the review. Right? I would suggest you go and do it up first. You do what you need to do first. Forcefully having me to go and review, I do appreciate it, right? But then I don't want to be the critical path in your project management. I want you to go get the VP, go and make over it, or go and do it up, right? And rent it up as soon as possible. Don't need to wait for me. Okay, I do appreciate the gesture, but it's not worth it lah. Okay, because I currently am really in terms of time, because a lot of property developers, okay, maybe I just share it here, because next month, I think starting next month, right? If you guys know, going live like this is the cool thing now. Everybody is trying to go live, and a lot of property developers are engaging me to go live with them, sharing my point of view with their properties lah. So it's not endorsing me, and I'm not endorsing them. It's just that I can talk a little bit more layman lah. So I don't have to go really drill down to technical and stuff like that, right? So that's why I may be a little bit more tight in terms of timing, and I don't want you to have a lot of downtime for your property. Okay, so Lee Jian Huan, thank you for the gesture. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I third scroll again. Okay, David Ong, semuanya ikut investment ke own stay ke? Because this kind of question, right, a bit too general. Maybe you want to be a little bit more specific. Thanks, David. Jimmy asks, hi Sean, for one that's working in KLCC, which landed property is more recommended for own stay? Saujana Impian, Kajang East, Twin Palms, or Setia Eco Hill? Any review? Thanks. Okay. For own stay, right? Just work. Because if you look into I want to buy a home series, my personal journey, I realized that location can be based on few things. So it's either I go close to my workplace or close to my current home or somewhere in between. So if I want to live close to my parents, because they are more certain to stay there a longer time, because my work can also change. Let's say if you want to stay in Kajang East, for example, then you can offer to work in Puchong. How? Right? So you better think it through again, Jimmy. Like for like all those properties, right? I think it sounds good, and those are new properties, so there's nothing much to complain about. But if you can tolerate the travel time, then everything is fine, right? If you can tolerate the distance, the traveling time to KLCC itself. Are your thoughts on DC Residency versus Pavilion Damansara Heights? In terms of architecture, investment, own stay, right? Andrew, what are your thoughts? Both are awesome projects, but Pavilion seems to be the newer one. So if you ask me today which one I would invest in, I would invest in the new one, because new buildings always perform better, especially high rise. Okay, thank you, Andrew, for asking. Keith Swords. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. I'm sorry. Keith. Okay. What are the top property portals filled with fake photos of foreign interiors and properties? Don't the property agents know this will deflect property buyers? Locations are also wrong frequently. Yes, I agree. I agree with everything you say, Keith. That's why, because we work in the makeover. Wait, let's just wait for the internet to connect. Okay, we are back. We are back. So for the makeover guys, right? All I can say, all of our interior photos are amazing. That became the reason for theft of photos. Because I'm also the marketing manager there, I need to keep an eye on the property portals all the time to check for fake use us instead, right? So it's kind of ridiculous, and I agree. So we have raised this to all the property portals. So we have raised that to all the property portals already, and unfortunately, there's nothing much they can do. Okay, Jimmy W. Wow, a lot of again. If I miss out anyone, right? So for those who just watch, who just came in, Selamat Hari Raya, Aidilfitri. I think that's the reason why internet kind of keeps breaking. My internet keeps breaking. Sorry guys, my internet keeps breaking. So for those Selamat Hari Raya, Aidilfitri, and for the rest, happy holidays. Taman Rakan, Taman Surya, or Taman Bayu. No, I have not heard of all those, especially in Kajang. I'm sorry, Jimmy W. Richard Branson. Actually, why don't you consider Sunway Serene? It's near Shah Alam, Puchong, and Mont Kiara. Because of the price. I will be very honest. Sunway Serene is not as affordable, and I benchmark that against the surrounding price, right? It means that if you are aware of the guideline theory, it means Sunway Serene in compared to the surrounding price per square feet in PJ, it's one of the top, it's one of the highest one, right? And to me, I will not buy such products lah. That is expensive, not because they are Sunway. Their product really is amazing, but just that the price point. So Hakim, regarding Lily apartment in Kuchai Lama, my personal opinion would be because it is in a good location, I worry a lot will rent to foreign workers working now. Again, you're buying it to make money, ma. So yeah, most likely lah, because if the rental is low, it will be for foreign workers as per se. If your one is actually cheaper than the shop lots, the fourth story of shop lots, right? Then maybe they will consider that lah. Happy, hi Sean, good to see you online again. This time I managed to catch your live. What are your thoughts on properties in the Sabak City and that area as a whole? It's one of those ideal townships lah, right? If you actually have the budget, right? Bangsa, Sabak City, Mont Kiara, yeah, so Damansara, those are the more cultural diverse, which upper class people because of the property prices there. So the maintenance fees in the Sabak City itself is very scary for a lot of people. So even the landlord needs to pay maintenance fees and things like that. That's why a lot of people thought the surrounding of Desa Park City, which is so amazing with the lake and security and landscape and hardscapes and stuff like that, right? All those actually comes from the surrounding people. Yeah. But if for home, right, it's one of those ideal addresses, Malaysia itself, lah, in KL especially. Hi, Sean from WKK. I came across so-called property guru and he mentioned on bulk purchase and use money due to higher bank valuation to invest in stock market. You cautioned before, would like to hear more. Okay. I think what WKK here means is that if I buy a property with cashbacks, it means the property price today it's 1 million, for example, right? If bank 5 and you take 90% of 1.5, you get 1.35 million. But the property price you're getting is 1 million. So once the bank give the money to the developer or the seller, the developer or seller will give the 350,000 back to you, which means you have 35% cash back. But your loan, your SPA price is actually 1.5 million. Then your monthly installment is also 1.5 million, but the property will be completed 4 years later. So in this 4 years time, you are actually safe from monthly installment. But what happens to the 350,000? The 350,000 then will be used to, because stocks is making a lot of money. I think it's only for people who know what they are doing. If not, it's just another casino, right? All the people are betting and things like that. So I will not encourage to do such a thing, because you are leveraging on money that is not yours. So the 350,000 for you, right? The upfront cash, right? Let's say 4 years down the road, this amount of money is used to cover the difference between the rental and your monthly installment. Because 1.6 million, maybe your monthly installment is around 11,000, for example, but your monthly rental is only 3,000. How? So you use 8,000 times 12, which is 96,000 a year. So your 350,000 cashback can hold you for maybe 38 months or 40 months, which is like 3 to 4 years. Then after that, right, you will then need to pay back already. Funny, if not, right, you burn off here. If not, you burn here, this area, and this side, you will also wait to get burned. That's why a lot of people will get bankrupt. So don't do that. W. Wong, hi Sean, any suggestion if you have 500,000 in cash, why we do not have first home yet, but considering how to allocate funds for rental income properties also? Okay, the trick as possible in finding the property that has the highest rental yield. If not, right, I would suggest Faisal Rizwan's class. So he is the founder as well for the Makeover Guys, and he has been running this investment club kind of thing on his own, his own practice lah, and he made a lot of people rich lah. So maybe if you have that amount of cash, if I have that amount of cash, I don't want to do any homework, right? I pay people to do homework, then I will do those things lor. Okay. So because you have money, like for those who like me, I don't have money, so I need to do my own homework. But if you go to their services, of course you need to pay some fees, and it's not that cheap lah. So it's not really that cheap. But then I think it's needed. So because they find and craft all these deals for you, then you can invest from there lor. Okay. Who are very busy with their business, they just want, okay, tell me this one can buy, right? Then I buy lor. And not many other property bulk purchasing groups that I do care though, right? The rest I won't really recommend, only his lah. And that's because also I listen to him and I work very close with the founders of the Makeover Guys, and there's nothing but good vibes for him. Okay. Sharon N. I Sean wanted to ask whether it's more worth it to remodel a house because of water damage and mold over 20 house, or just buy a new place. It depends though, Sharon. Is the location worth the effort? Is the location worth the effort? And also depends on your financial situation. If you have a lot of money, or money is just in abundance, then I will tear down the whole building and build again. Also, I can afford a tiling landed house, right, which is so convenient, instead of somewhere in Kajang. Instead of somewhere which is far away and not convenient, I will actually pick somewhere where I can rebuild and remote together lah. But if I really have no capital upfront right now, I will just go for a new property lah. Thanks, Sharon. Joseph, do you plan on reviewing the Robertson in Bukit Bintang? Not sure, but I'm open. If got opportunity, I will go lor. Y Style Yup. Hi Sean, I invest in PJ South area and my first property. Planning to rent out for student and make partition. Since COVID happened, what's your thought? Students still need to go to school one ma. I think you just proceed lah. But I think that is also something I want to point out, which is investing in a property only one target audience, especially student accommodation. if your building is built just to captivate the student population, right, which we can see a lot lah, surrounding Taylor, surrounding Inti, surrounding Sunway, right, those properties are designed to be lodging and accommodation for students, right? No normal people will rent there one, right? Normal people will not rent a condo. And let's say if the property depends solely on this university, right? The university move how? And we've seen Taylor's move before, Inti move before, Sagi move often, and things like that. So those are the risk of such properties. So for those who are watching, I know the rental returns can be tremendous, right? But that's the other reality that nobody's telling you lah. So to me, the channel has been to educate everyone so you make informed decisions. If I buy this kind of property, I know these are the risk. And most of the time, people don't tell you that lah. 1-1. Hi, Sean. Any condos with good security and privacy could you recommend? I'm working in Subang Jaya and looking for a good place to stay with family. Almost all lies on what's your budget, bro. Okay. JJ Dennis. Hi Sean, what's your take on EcoWorld's Huni development in Eco Ardens? 1,000 square feet at 393. So I think it's a move to bring down our absolute price. And in terms of marketing, I think it's good. In terms, I think it's a townhouse where bought a product yet, but Eco Ardens is you need to know where's the location. If you are good with that location, then you can consider lah. Okay. Mr. Chu says, hi, when buyers have to pay MOT, when your title is out. So for high rise, it's also the same with the strata title issuance. For older projects, it's up usually 4 to 5 years after completion. Generally, it was supposed to be instantly. Once you get your keys, right? That was the target when they issue this this new strata management act lah. Okay, because now they have this extra process during submission period. It's called ciphers. So I need to draw out all the strata titles, draft everything out with the surveys, right, before construction. So once the construction is completed, I hand over the keys to you. That strata title must be ready as well. So when the strata is ready, so you need to pay the MOT, which is around 2 to 2.5% of your property. Karsten, would you recommend investments in Malaysia instead of owning a particular object? Which return can be expected? It's about leveraging, Karsten. I just assume it's stock markets. So stock, I don't understand. Investment funds, does it mean stock market? Maybe you can clarify further again, Karsten. Chef Alvin asks, rent would have to be substantially higher than loan interest to net the 100K profit. Subtracting 20 management fee, Brian's 4% now is 3.2 and losing money. Yeah, so that's why not everyone make money in property investment. No? So that's why only those who really work for it can get this kind of deals. It won't just lay there because not everybody will have make money already, correct? Not? Muhammad Kamal asks, are you into watches, Heng? Yes. I'm really, oh my God. Wait, let me think about. Because I was so obsessed with watches a few years back. My favorite watch is Jaeger JLC. The one that can flip around one. I forgot what's the name. Damn it. Yeah, so that's my ideal watch. So it's so simple but so elegant. But every time I can save up to buy a watch already, right? It's almost a down payment cars, that's for sure. Kit Ng, hi Sean, I have 400,000 budget, what project do you think has a good potential? Isn't that the golden question that everybody is asking? I would say it's just more homework, right, Kit? It's really just out. So I would say to go Google, go search for new projects in KL, property in KL, and things like that. Then in your Facebook or in your Instagram, right, you have advertisement for properties already. Then you go and register for all of them. Not to say yes to any, but you just register for all of them. Know what's in the market for. You need to know that is good potential. Is it good rental potential or good capital potential and things like that. Okay. Jim asks, hi Sean, what's your view on the HOC by the government? Will it be reintroduced anytime soon? Will buying a property now be too risky due to uncertain COVID impact? The delay due to moratorium. The internet, my God. I think there will be an HOC by the government. Because if you look into the direction of the government now after COVID hit, what they did is they moratorium, which is a great move, right? So that's why in now that is too risky, spread, then you get better deals. So that's why I am. I think thank you very much if you are still here, right? Because my internet, I don't know, I can actually see here when my line is very bad. So every time when it's blinking for very bad, then I will actually stay quiet for a while. I think in crisis like this, government will do a lot of good things to drive the property market. Okay, and by driving means lower interest rate, and maybe RPGT zero. Maybe your third property now and onwards, right? You can take 90% loan. No more restriction on that. And isn't that a good thing, right? Just imagine the government announced all this right after the moratorium, just to stir up the incoming highways and facilities and infrastructures, right? It's amazing. So it means getting the right property is important, because if you get the wrong property also, right? Even if you get the wrong property, you will eventually suffer also. So if you get a good property, whether regardless of whatever economic, right? Maybe a lot of people are going online to wish everybody Selamat Hari Raya lah. So I think that's why I'm suffering. Okay. Muhammad Kamal. It seems that in Malaysia, properties that are 3 bus stops away from MRT does not appreciate as much. I spotted one job below 300,000 has about 950 square feet. Yes. I think next to MRT is good, but bus, right? Not really lah. I never see bus as a plus point at all. Yeah, so that's my take. Good point, Muhammad. Good point. M. Naidu said your views on scheme of Gen Z, stay to own, rent to own, and etc. Most pioneer developers coming up with such schemes. Yes, and it's moving, right? Naidu is moving a lot of their products. It seems that save money. They can never have savings. So this kind of scheme really do suit their need instead lah. They don't mind paying more for the flexibility today. And they want the house instantly before they can even afford it. So this kind of schemes leverage on their needs. Vincent Lim, good work, Sean. Keep on reviewing. Thank you, Vincent. Happy. Also, generally, how long does it take to design and renovate a 4-bedroom condo from top to bottom? Because I am in the makeover, guys, 30 working days. We take 30 working days. If you engage yourself and you do it yourself, it depends. It depends on how fast you can confirm the design, how fast you confirm the contractors, and how fast you supervise the work done. So that engaging an ID already takes time. Chong Jie-wei asks again, just a follow-up question. What is that zero capital appreciation of Roma WIP? Yes, 10 years lock. Imagine 10 years lock lah. So 10 years later, only you can start selling. And imagine 10 years later, everyone together want to start selling. Why so many high-rise everywhere in Klang Valley, they stuck out like a sore thumb. And especially in many landed areas. Because high-rise makes money for property developers instead of building high-rise, instead of building landed. Okay, and because land prices also increase and it's getting more and more expensive, so the cost of a terrace house and the cost of a high-rise is different, blended in Klang Valley anymore. Nicholas Ma, what's your view on potential of Sentul and Starbucks? Awesome. They are upcoming. SB, what's your view on investing in Genting Permai condominium for Airbnb? It's like you say, it's Airbnb. It focuses only on tourism, and something like COVID happened, all those Airbnb operators will suffer and close shop. So a good property means a property that has multiple choices of tenants, multiple tenant profiles. For example, working class people, Airbnbs, family. It means if there's no Airbnb, it means that it's suffering. Julian Leong, I watched the video on Safina. Do you think the rental prospects are stable enough to sustain the number of new developments around the area? How does Safina stack up against the competition? I think it's fine because all of the units that the makeover guys do in Safina do fetch out a very good rental rate, and the pickup of the unit for rental is also very fast. That's something about Bong Kiara. So and projects do perform better than old projects. Lawrence Yap, hi Sean, what's your view on Nilai Future? Gembox and XME Business Park on Nilai is ongoing. Is it a good time for me to invest in Nilai? Yeah. Youth City, what's your thought? It's about risk lah. It's about risk. So it's if you go in now because you want to be the first month, so you have the highest capital appreciation ma. But what if those projects just then your investment will also go down together. So it's how much risk you are willing to take. Okay, Lawrence. Tiffany Tai, hi Sean, for own stay between Walks and Avara. Where is Avara? I know Walks lah, but I'm not buying Walks lah. I don't know Avara, Tiffany, but I know Walks. Walks I'm not buying because in comparison to the between what's that road? Oakland Road to Bukit Jalil side. And I will need to witness the entire development and construction for future time. I don't like that lah. Okay. James Sun, hi, what do you think about Topaz Plenitude Puchong House? Thinking to buy one, but price at 898. So many projects. I have not checked that out, but you can see it also. I would suggest you to do a quick check on bricks, on property portals for the surrounding projects. How much does the landed house in Puchong cost now? For 898,000, right? Can you get a house in Kinrara? Right? I think you can. So is it a new property? Is it a subsale property? Right? So I think that's what do I think? I think let me rephrase. I think you need to do more homework, James. You need to do more homework because at this moment of time, no need to rush to buy a house. Happy, wow, is that fireworks? Yes, a lot of fireworks now ongoing. Richard Branson, I thought Sunway Serene is within your budget of 600 to 800,000. Yes, Richard, is within my budget of that. But 800,000 in that 800,000 in Bukit Jalil has difference. So let's say the Bukit Jalil project that I'm looking out now is cheaper than the project that was launched 3 years ago. But then if you look into Sunway Serene, that price at that location is more expensive. So you need to go back into context for that price in PJ is not worth it. That price in Bukit Jalil worth it, right? So that's the difference of my point here. Richard. Julian Leong, are they games they can play with you if they know your selling price? No lah. So now I think the whole system is very transparent already. So I would suggest if you are not familiar, you have not buy any properties before, don't go for auction because you need more money you need more equipment, you need more properties, you need more money just in the property that you bills. For example, the electricity bills can be outstanding 20,000 one. You don't know one, right? So those are the risks. But whether you can get the price or not, I don't think so. It's pretty open one. It's pretty transparent also. Happy, noted, thanks Sean. Joseph Gan Property. 大马楼房自媒体. Wow. Okay, hi Joseph. Hi Eheng, just want to say your videos are amazing. Thank you very much for watching. Maybe we can collaborate in the future at gmail.com. Then you can see what we can do together lah, because I like more channels about property actually. Happy, another question related to renovation. What would be a realistic budget to do up 4-bedroom condo? Realistic. Renovation is this. There's never a ceiling price, right? You can go and that's the price that developers use to furnish a 4-bedroom, 300,000, 200,000 easily. To me, is around for the makeover guys, 4-bedroom is to be not bad, fairly good, right? It's around 60 to 80,000. So a quotation from makeover guys would roughly be around 60,000 for a 4-bedroom, right? But will be higher. So I would say around 80,000. Vinesh Raju, hi Sean, just to confirm, Rumah Whips project are built then sell, projects like PPAM projects? Not all. No, I don't think they are built then sell. I don't think they have that much of cash. So it's because now some projects are also selling already. So you can actually buy them before they actually construct. So it's not then built then sell already. That's the best way to ask for tenants' monthly pay slip. Need to check on the payment capacity of the tenant before renting the house. Sharkman, I would think the best way to do that is to just ask. But it's the if and is whether the tenant want to give you or not. Okay, that's the only challenge lah. No best way is to just ask lah, as direct as possible. Nexus Tech, what do you think about Inspirasi Monkera? It's next to Safina and the closest to the Segambut area for now. I think some earlier units, if you bought at a cheaper price, then it's okay. Now I don't know what's the latest price yet lah. So, Azlan Mohidin, hi Sean, targeting sub-sale condo in Mont Kiara but worried about oversupply. What do you think about R22 versus Pavilion Hilltop? Would you recommend condos closer to Mont Kiara International School Gardens versus Solaris Publica area? I would suggest R22 versus Pavilion Hilltop. Because ultimately, people are in Mont Kiara for convenience. And convenience, R22 surpass Pavilion Hilltop. Because I don't have to go to 163 or to go to Publica. Okay, so if I route to do go down, I can settle everything already. Lucas Chai, hi Sean. If you were given an opportunity to choose your home location, regardless of your working condition, which location you would choose for best comfort and budget? Why? Wow. Next video, you guys will see, right? My visit to Alcove. Okay. So I will just use this pen, right, to indicate whether if the internet is good or bad lah. So again, I've just checked out Alcove in Putra Heights by Sam Darby, called Glades. So Putra Heights Glades by Sam Darby. I think that look very, 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 very comfortable as a home. Okay. But if my office is just walking distance from there, not bad. So because it's the latest project that I've just visited lah, so that's pretty vivid in my head. You guys can go check out Alcove, Alcove, right? So it's a luxury type of project. So because you say that best comfort and budget, so I think that is one of the balance one. But that's okay. Thanks Lucas Chai for the question. Eugene June, hi Sean, if developer failed to rectify the defect within 30 days, can we opt the party to fix it and charge the developer? Yes, you can. But the third party must be a registered contractor. Meaning license, not Abeng, Agao, not any one of that. You must be a registered. Azlan Mohidin. Hi Sean, I'm a Malaysian living in Saudi, so I truly appreciate your excellent property review and insights. Able to learn so much since I discovered your channel 3 weeks ago. Keep it up. Thanks Azlan. Selamat Hari Raya. Hui Ling. Hi Sean, may I know what do you think of the Como project by Meraki? Como, this is the Bukit Jalil one, right? I've drove through it. I've seen it. So I'm looking for so their selling point is actually the proximity to the MRT station, the walking distance to Muhiba station. So to me, I need to walk through the low cost area. So I don't like it, right? It's not, so MRT station is not really my priority for now lah, as a home lah. Okay, for investment it is everything lah. Okay, so I'm not. Then yes, the property investment fund could be listed on stock markets like the REITs. Okay, Carsten, just now you asked, right, the difference between property stocks, REITs, and actual property itself. The difference will be leverage. Because my thesis on my master's is actually this topic. So REITs has a consistent return of, I think that time my research was how many years ago? 4.8% to 6%, and you can also enjoy some level of capital appreciation on the stock price of REITs. Property stocks price generally not very good because it's driven by news. It's not only the property itself, but on a good property, right? I get to leverage 90% on financing, which means I only pay 10%. I pay 100,000, but the bank pays to 1.2 million, and I sell. Okay, that 200. So if the property increase price from 1 million to 1.2 million, the 200,000 out of my initial capital, money on cash return, property still makes a lot of sense for me. And personally, I do not my stock prices drop in Malaysia. And I don't like who rather put my investment in properties, and regardless happen. And regardless whatever happens, right, there will still be rental, and the expectation and resilience of the market is still there. Yeah, so that's my take. Happy, do you mean the JLC reversal? Yes, reversal. I forgot the name already. Yeah, so that's one of my watch to have lah, right? I think that's one. So the next one will be I think the entry for me will be that, and Rolex, the sports watch. Oh my god, I forgot everything already. Not Datejust. The one with the orange dial. Oh my god, I forgot everything already because I was too into this YouTube thing already. Yeah, I think Datejust will be the entry level. But I like the one with the sport version with the orange dial. Kelvin Chang, hi Sean, are you potentially collaborating with Speed Home to promote rental properties in future? If they look for me, why not? Right? If they look for me, why not? But I'm open. As you guys know, I'm always open. So I got nothing because I'm doing this for fun, actually, not really money and stuff like that. So I'm very open to achieve, which is to help a lot more first-time home buyers. No need to bang so many walls, make so many mistakes. Okay, Sharon, we'll have to think further. Thank you very much for this channel. Yes, Sharon, do think because it's a 35 years decision. And it's a very big decision. Shooting 3, is Tropicana Lumi good condo to stay in if you can tolerate the busyness? Because it's located in one of the greatest junction between Bandar Utama and Tropicana and Kota Damansara. Okay, Lumi is in a junction between Tropicana, Ara Damansara, Bandar Utama, and Kelana Jaya. So it's going to be very busy. So just imagine you need to go back home on a Friday night, and Friday night always rain one. So something to think about, lor. Okay. Vitan Tan. Hi Sean, Berjaya Times Square lies near in between KLBCCC and TRX. Appreciate in value. Nope. I don't think it's Vincent Tan here, but I don't think it will appreciate because all of the units in the mall itself is individually owned. So in malls, right, there are two formats. One is the whole entire mall is owned by the management itself. The others is where you actually rent. You can actually, so the developer actually sell everything, works better because they can control everything. If I were to sell out all individual owners, right? So I depend on individual owner tenants to make the mall work. So what makes a mall work is what you call the tenant profile and tenant strategy. So there's a reason why the food in the food F&B, wait, I'm running short of words. F&B anchor tenants are all placed on top on certain buildings. So they want people to go and travel upwards first before walking downstairs. So if I put all the actions downstairs only, then no one will actually go up. So why cinema is always placed on top? Because it's the place to go. So everybody will need to travel all the shops before they go up to the cinema. So that's a strategy to this one. So the leasing strategy is one of the key component for a good mall. But that is provided if you have a say in the entire mall. If I need to look at different owners to manage their shops, right? Then this shop, just because they want to rent out, because desperate, they rent out to some massage parlor lah, then this one to some DVD shop lah, then this one to some hair salons, right? Then it's all broken already. That's why older malls are not working anymore. So regardless, KLCC, KL will have their own retail one. KJT, hi Sean, is tenancy agreement a must? If not, how to prove my rental income if I get audited by Lhdn? I think if you... Okay, tenancy agreement is a must. Logically, yes. Okay, legitly, yes. But I have went through with, but to prove your rental income, you can just put into your income statement. You can just, when you key in your income on your, when you put in, when you want to pay your income tax, right? There's an income bracket, right? You just add on your rental and they will not ask for a statement for you to prove one. Actually, you want to pay more tax. Why they ask you to prove? Only when you don't pay, then they realize you got a lot of money, then they will ask you to prove. Okay. RV's choice in terms of investment or own stay, right? Agile has always been the project focusing a lot on foreign ownership, and it has always been positioned as an out of reach project by a lot of locals because the price not actually affordable also lah. Okay. Next stack, I'm seeing Safina as well, both but concerns about the opening at Jalan Kiara 3. Great insight. That's why the vlog that I did, right? Jalan Kiara 3 is very peculiar one. Although it's very close to gardens, it can be a curse and it can be a blessing also depending on how you use the building. What about Serengin in the residence? Again, on what own stay investment. Generally, all buildings, right, have their good side and bad side. Aaron Gunn, hi bro, just dropping by. Hi man, hi Aaron. Hope everything is fine in Singapore. So Aaron is my colleague back in the days when we were in the same developer office. Okay. Hi, nice to see you, man. Lawrence, yep. Hi, thanks, Sean. What's your view on Aesthetica residency at Seri Kembangan? Comparing this with Nilai project because I would consider Sri Kembangan because of the upcoming MRT. Nilai still a bit far away lah. So if it's I'm talking this about investment point of view. Okay. So investment point of view, I think Sri Kembangan would be a better project than Nilai lah. Okay. Just because of the crazy tools. Sean, does renovating a 2-room terrace house into a 3-bedroom located in KL nearby LRT will increase the potential in current market or future? Yes, if you are planning to go out room by room. But will it increase the capital appreciation? Not really also lah. But that will increase your return for sure lah. Crazy tools. Jim, if the budget is limited, what is your view on sequence to reno? Kitchen cabinet, living hall, master bedroom, and other rooms. What major items to furnish? My take is first, I've seen a lot of youngsters after they buy a house, right? The first thing is they furnish their master bedroom only. Okay, because at least to have a master bedroom ready, I can go and sleep at night. So aircon in master bedroom is important. Okay, as long as I can sleep. Because whether or not got kitchen, not important because they always eat out. Only when MCO come, then they will okay. Then only kitchen cabinet. Then living hall, whether you have it or not, right? It's not as important yet. So a simple bed, right? Master bedroom basic first. Don't go for furnishing yet. Basic master bedrooms, kitchen cabinets, basic dining chairs and table, and living couch. That's about it. So before that will be water heaters, air cons, and fans and lights now, of course. Right, then curtains are in a landed property. Yeah. So those are the things. And after that, then it's all luxury to have already. Happy things that the Revoso will look good on me. Yeah, I think so too. But I'm very cholo. How to say? I'm very rough because if you guys see my vlog, right, how I manage the camera is also a bit rough because I always like to do things fast. Yeah. What about Havre Bukit Jalil? Is it worth investing for own stay? And should its leasehold title be a concern since Bukit Jalil has so many freeholds coming up? Havre is affordable, right? So if it's within your budget, then I think you can consider lah. So the more concern to me is actually the pylon. But if you're okay with the pylon, you have checked it out before, and with that price of Havre, right, I think there's a few more other properties that you can find within. So I would think you can put in the budget into the property portal then you can start searching, right? Because heart rate, let's say, is 300 over 1,000, then you can maybe think about Anjung Hijau. Then you can maybe think about a few like Vista Commonwealth, Savannah cannot. Savannah is out of it. Yeah, so there's a lot more projects around that area within Harvest budget as well. So maybe you can go dwell and do research, just like how I do in my go and check out one by one. Gabriel hi Sean, I have a commercial shop lot at Metro Parks in Dayan. Oh yeah, I read your email also. Didn't get back to you enough. Sorry, man. It has been vacant for a year. Do you have any suggestion how to manage the vacant unit? Okay. These guys, this is the danger for shop lot investing. Sometimes when it really goes along with the GDP of the economy, where economy good, then a lot of shops will open. Look at the bubble tea, and very instantly that street becomes famous. But suddenly when economy now kena wipe, kena slap, right? Then all this gone. And for Gamuda case in Kota Kemuning now is such a hot address, but when they built up the shop lots, they suffered 15 to 20 years, easily 15 to 20 years. So I would say you need to really monitor the rental rates. Unfortunately, there's no magic formula, but to look for agents, and it really relies on luck. And that's also a trick when you invest in shop lots, right? Orientation and how to say, orientation and exposures is everything in shop lots. So the center part of the center part facing interiors, facing internal of the entire shop lot area, right? Those are the cheapest for a reason. And corner lots expensive for a reason. So I wish I can help. I think if I'm in your position, I've been there, Metro Park, right? I've been there. Almost the whole street is empty for now because the population around is not as sustainable yet. I have no choice but to maybe cut down on my rental, rent it out for a very, very low rental just to get it out first. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what to do also because this is the danger for buying in an office. So that's why a lot of property masters, I call them gurus, those property investors, right? Those experts. When they invest in shop lots, they invest in existing, they invest in sub-sales, meaning there's a community area already, only they invest. They don't mind paying more, but they pay for certainty. I'm sorry again, Gabriel. I wish I could help. But the only way is to really advertise more, get more exposure. But if the product is no good, right? So there's nothing much that we can do also. And so it's to only really look into the price. If not, I'm not saying that this will be good as well. This will damage the entire zone as well. But maybe like for old timers, right? You guys know what I mean. What they do is they will partition the entire upper floor and rent out to workers, foreign workers. So I will rent out the upper floor to foreign workers for a very cheap price. So that's what a lot of abandoned shop lots do. I will not suggest that road because it will ruin the whole. Sorry, I don't have any much more ideas really lah. So it's get more agents, reduce your rental returns, advertise more, and to have more innovative rental strategies only lo. So if you can partition your room into just like those in SS15, what they do is they partition. Okay, they partition the upper floor to be like a student accommodation method. So it's run into a student accommodation where they pay by per room or per bed. Then it can generate population in that area. So, but that depends on the surrounding area. So if your area there got a lot of university, then can lor. But your site also, I'm sorry, Gabriel. Again, I'm sorry, but I don't really. That's all I have. Right? That's all I have. But that reflects the danger and the risk of buying a new shop lot if you don't know what you're doing. That's the risk of buying a new shop lot in a new development. Julian Leong asks, if property under master title, it is the case we have to eventually pay some fees when they transfer to strata. Are there any downsides when buy master title? Nope, not much problem, because it's basically just going through a different route where you need the approval letter from the landowner only. Nothing much. SMSB, why makeover don't cover Genting Permai condominium? Lots of owner with money looking for your type of expertise. Do plan a review there as potential more than just Airbnb. Yeah, I have an aunt who has a lot of units there also, but just that the cost will not be as if I were to locate my workers and push them all the way there, right? It will not be affordable anymore, and then the renovation cost will not make sense anymore for investment. Right? We all did the math before already, so that was the decision made by my boss. Then I followed, right? I don't own makeover, by the way. I just work there only. Michelle Su, hi man. I quite enjoy to see you keep turning the pen when internet down. Yeah, because I'm following the indicator. So yeah, I will look at the indicator whether is it up or not. Okay. Thank you very much for being very patient. So I think we just hit our first 100. Wow, because today I think, again, for those who just watched Selamat Hari Raya, KJ Teo, what's your opinion on Tropicana Metro Park in terms of investment? No, man. No, because of accessibility. Yeah, just by, okay, if you go into Metro Park today, if you just grab a simple lunch, where can I go? So I don't think Metro Park is one of the address, and with that price, I can easily get anything. There's just way too many alternatives for the price that you're going to pay for Metro Park lah. And that connection to Federal, right, is a bit 夸张. It's a bit like overpowering. That access to Federal Highway. Oh my god, that one really political connection only can make it one. Patois, hey, hi Sean. Unsold properties in the billions, and due to the pandemic, prices is predicted to fall. It's now a good time to invest due to available choice, or bad time because of poor outlook. Okay, unsold properties is because they are at the wrong pricing. So even in good times, they cannot sell, right? Bad times, it's game over for them already. But times, there are still a lot of transactions. And those transactions, if you look into it, right, are in locations with the right price. Right price meaning the market price. And if you follow the Guyland theory, which is like a, a 3-bedroom apartment in Mont Kiara is around 1,000 per square feet. So if you get it at 800 per square feet, it will sell. But if you buy it at 1,005 per square feet, it will not sell, despite of whether good economy, bad economy is not stop us from living. Kids still go to school, right? Kids still grow up, and teens still get married. And people still have babies, right? Babies are still coming up. So there will still always be demand for space and houses. So I think now, if I have saved enough and I really have money to roll, I didn't lose my job, things are still a good time to buy, because the government is putting in a lot of initiatives. They are the first one already. The first one will be the interest rates. So like government has reduced the decade low, and there are more to come lah. So I foresee there's a more to come. So Fu Kakian, hey man, hey Kakian, how are you? So long. So Kakian is another colleague of mine from Sunway. I hear from Faisal Rizwan that he won't buy sub-sales. If he sway people to buy brand new, who would buy our sub-sale? Only when there will always be, because you gotta understand Faisal Rizwan, person who is really focus only on your investment, right? He don't even check out the property, but if figures work out, right, then I think if it's everything is in accordance to his formula, then he will encourage people to buy that already. But not everyone is in an investment mindset, man. That's only like 5% of the generation, the 5% of people. So general people are still not into investment mindset. Don't set lah. Just look at interest in a rare breed. Just to start with lah. How many people go live and listen to a person rap about properties, right? Yep. So that's the reality. And he shares, let's say we share all the tips to actually get a bright house at the right price and things like that. People still don't care because a lot of people, just let's face it, is either lazy or ignorant. They just don't want to do the right homework, and they don't even know I can. Yeah, but good to see you again. Arish Chong said EG for own stay. Own stay, then if you can afford, if you like the location, if everything is okay, then just go ahead lor. Then you just ask me to go and review lor. Invite me to go and review. Chef Circle, can we please have a Facebook? Yeah. Oh. Good idea leh, Alvin. Actually, good idea leh. Happy shopping for property for long own stay. Currently looking at Desa Park, Kuchai Lama and Maluri. 3 totally different locations. Put budget aside. Which area would you go for if you were me? Desa Park. Desa Park. But value for, I think Desa Park are still. But if you want to actually choose Kuchai, I would choose Kuchai because it's more, I really like the local culture there, right? It's very neighborhood, very Kai Fong. Very Kai Fong means Cantonese community oriented, right? You know the auntie there, the uncle there, the bicycle guy there, the newspaper guy, everybody knows you and they will treat you very, very friendly. Yeah, so those are the relationship that you will get from the community there. So Vincent Tan, will the value of Berjaya Times Square service apartment increase after TRX and BBCC are completed? Okay, if you put into perspective, yeah, Victor, tenants, if you're a tenant, and you want to rent in that area, would you consider TRX, BBCC, or Berjaya Times Square? If you're a tenant, all same rate. Reason why also long. Cradles asks, I have a condo expecting to get a strata title next year. May I know how much total I need to expect to fork out for the entire process? Condo price around 450. 450 is around 2%. Let's say 2%. I forgot the scale, but 2% is around 9,000. So that will be around the budget, 9 to 10,000. W. Wong asks, what do you love about Tropica in terms of the 68 types of facilities? Tropica got 68 me. So this is Tropica. I have it at my table. Don't know leh. Actually, I like what I like the most is the maturedness of that street lah. So basically that land, right, almost that street itself almost filled up already. The only development that is ongoing soon will be the one opposite, which is the KFC side, right? So those are also upcoming construction. Pavilion is upcoming, and there's just a lot of potential, but the potential away from that street. So that I like. I like the golf course. I like parks, which is the open area. So if you look into Bukit Jalil, the green and they have house keys as well. So it provides me flexibility. And all these I will cover in my next upcoming vlog. So stay tuned. Okay, that's not Jan the Gun. KJ Teo, which shop lot of at IJM Rimbayo area you think has a higher potential? Blossom Drive, Eco World, or Tropicana? I don't know leh. KJ Teo. Because as I said before, right, shop lots is a very different ball game. It's a very different ball game, and it really depends on, for example, all banks open at Tropicana only. Let's say all banks open at Tropicana only. Then at the same area, they will have any more branch at Eco World and Blossom Drive already. So not up to architecture already, it's up to the tenants that is in that area. So let's say McDonald's or KFC or Pizza Hut open another one in Eco World side, all focus on Eco World side. The other two will suffer. But one thing it depends. One thing for Tropicana is they have the school, the 10B school, right? Is it a 10B? Yeah, if not mistaken, it's 10B, right? So that has a higher chance because the school is there. So if you want to look shop lots, right, you need, yep. Nexus Stack. What do you think of Celesta and One Cochrane? It was once bought in bulk by a property investment group. Yeah. One Cochrane is pretty solid actually because of the amount of malls and the price in comparison to TRX. Yeah. So condos at Araya Damansara, what's your view on this place for investment purposes? Average cost per square feet, attractive below 700. Yes. Yes, and Araya Damansara just got exciting because of Sam Dhabi mobilizing all their HQ products right over there. You look at Sam Dhabi Automotive, Plantation, and everything, right? It's all setting up their HQ at Araya Damansara. Biggest land bank in Araya Damansara is Sam Dhabi. And then the new MRT station is coming up pretty soon. Kantara is coming up very soon. Okay. Trojan Horse asks, what's your take on the various high-rise in ARA for Wednesday? I'm leaning towards Kantara, and your thoughts on capital gain. I think capital gain for high rises now is a bit steep, which means don't expect too much on capital gains now. For RIs in general. Okay. Aris Chong. Sure, I'll invite you to EG for video once I got it. Yeah, man. Aris, email me, TANIHERNG@gmail.com. Yeah. Kailun, received a call from agent today telling me Seresta Damansara 1291 square feet, 800 after rebate, freehold. Keep telling me it's below market value. Okay, market value is based on what? Market value, is it phase one? You to check, right? The latest transaction price at this website called BRICKZ, BRICKZ, BRICKZ.com or .my. Yeah, you'll figure it out. Check what's the latest transacted price around. And at that price, 800,000. And that price, 800,000, right? If you look into Artivo, is it worth it? Then if you look into East Park, which is Manjalara area, is it worth it? Then you're very close to Desa Park City already. Park region, is it worth it? So in that area, a lot of choices, and to me, it's just a matter of this that you need to do lor. So you do rely and compare more, then you can know whether that price is market. What's the market price for condos in Sri Damansara? So with that, you can compare already. Okay. So the only reason why you're asking this kind of question because you are not sure how much this Skyline is priced. So is this Skyline expensive or cheap? You don't know. Okay. Need to get tenant. Worth it to get around 700,000. I never been to Cyberjaya, only Putrajaya. Worth it or not? Yes, the tenants. Actually, that I think the unit that I reviewed, right, got rented out immediately after I reviewed it. But it's all mainly students and expats there. But I would just maybe suggest you to drive by Cyberjaya to see and test out the distance. How is Aurora by Sandabi a very investment-oriented products because it's located next and adjacent to a few main streets and the mall. So I think it's not for own stay. That's for me. For me. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo. Okay, I think it's 2 hours already. Let's fix these few questions. Then I'm out of the way for all of the Raya celebration, for all the patience throughout this poor internet night. Last few weeks was pretty awesome. Today's one keep breaking. Bad luck. Okay. Anyway, Johnny Bravo. As an aspiring property agent, what would your advice be to be as well versed as possible about real estate? I'm inspired by how knowledgeable you are about real estate in Malaysia. Okay. The thing is, I didn't start out as an agent only. Okay. Before I took my architecture degree, then I went into property development for 5 years across 9 different departments. Then I came out and I go back to real estate agencies to do social media marketing and branding. And I did a few parts of sales, and then I invest myself, right? So I invest a lot on myself as well as on properties, right? Whether or not I go to the sales gallery to buy or not in the first place, right? I don't care, because generally I just like the whole science behind how a city is developed. That was the passion of me taking architecture as a degree in the first place, because architecture degree is one very tough subject. Yeah, so it takes a lot of passion to be driving that through, because a lot of people become real estate agent, right? It's because of the very good commission schemes, 2%. If you close deal, but 2% you need to share half or 60-40 with your agency if you're fresh, right? And most of the time they will just rotate you based on project. So you'll be selling one project only, and now all of your focus will be on marketing on Facebook only. How do I put up the image, and what are the ad settings, and what are the budget, what's the click-through rate, what's the cost only, how to close deal. Then my suggestion for Johnny Bravo, right, will be first to put yourself as an investor. Always look at the project from an investor mindset, and then you will have empathy on how to communicate, right? Because personally, I also need to buy a house one, so I'm just sharing whatever I've gone through, so everyone else can go through with me, like for investment as well. So I think that would be the answer. Okay. Randy Tan. Okay, 3 more questions. Hi Sean, is there any property in your channel you are into? Wait, I don't understand. Hi Sean, is there any property channel you are into? Property Insight, Faisal Rizwan. Number 3, Faisal Rizwan. no doubt, because he was the founder of the Makeover Guys also, and we have very close relationship. Okay, so whatever we do are pretty close, and I'm not close with Faisal, just that the Makeover Guys is close with his company lah. I like how he do things based on facts. He says things based on statistics and facts. So that's what and I document more properties than anybody. Okay. For property insight, Johnny Bravo asks, never mind. Okay. Property manager. 10 to 15% of your, wait, 10 to 15% of your total rental collected. 10 to 15% of your total rental collected. That will be the answer for Nexus Tech. So if you have time, you can manage yourself. If you like it, you manage yourself. If you don't have time and you don't like it, you're just in for the rental returns, then you just hire one. Last question, Tan Jun Hu, in 6 years' time. Okay, areas is the same. It just depends on which building you bought at what price. Okay, what price? In view of COVID-19, when is the time for most Lhdn coming up? Moratoriums ends at October. Okay, so let's say I cannot make the payment for October, November, December, then it's up for auction. So October, November, December is up for auction. So let's say next year, March, only it will be up on auction market. So whatever that is in the auction market right now are from the previous. Okay. So I think that's all. Thank you very much for all that's watching. It has been a tough night due to connection problem, and I do appreciate all of you. Okay. Thanks for staying by. What do I want to say here? Yeah. Okay. So I think we will make this into a somewhat permanent thing. I will pre-announce on the channel maybe Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night. But Sunday night a bit tough because I think everyone working on Monday, right? Saturday night would be more ideal, but due to the upcoming live sessions, right, I will have more and more live sessions in collaboration with property developers in the coming month. So I would appreciate that you can just like show your face or support in those channels as well. So my Instagram account, IHERNG, my IG account, and you guys can go and check out for more live updates because YouTube, I'll just upload videos, although daily already, but like prompt updates and reply, I will actually just put up on Instagram. So Instagram, I got a lot more fun stuff like my workout stuff, and I just went to chiropractor today. Go check out the video. Okay, thanks guys. From a relative of mine. Okay. Okay, thanks guys. Bye-bye.